Hi you guys, welcome to my video. I would like to apologize if there's any weird background noise because there is a typhoon outside. I normally film in this corner because of the nice natural light, but today it's a bit cloudy because it's raining, so I apologize for that. Today's video is about hip thrusts. Now, hip thrusts are probably the best exercise for you if you are trying to grow specifically your butt. This is because your glutes are the most engaged when they are at the top of the hip thrust movement. So this is really good for those of you who want to grow your butt without wanting to grow your legs overall. Like in my last video, I'm going to link a couple of videos that really go over specific form when it comes to hip thrusts, because I don't want any of you guys to hurt yourselves if you decide to try this out. But I hope that this video gives some of you guys that extra bit of motivation or courage to go into the gym and try hip thrusting. So for this exercise, you're going to need something to prop yourself up on. You can use a bench like this, or you can use boxes, which people use for box jumps, but just make sure that you push them up against a wall so that it doesn't move about when you're using them. You're also going to need some weight. You can use these bars, which are about 20 kilos each. You'll need to load some weight onto the bar. As I mentioned in a couple of my previous videos, a really good trick that I use to load stuff onto the bar is just to utilize the safety bars that are on a squat rack, because then you don't have to sort of fumble around with the bar on the ground trying to lift it up while loading weight onto it at the same time. Next, you're going to need to get some grips, which you just slide on and click into place, and then your weights won't move around when you're trying to lift them. Once you're ready with all that, you are good to go. Just lift your bar off the safety bar, and take it over to where you're going to do your hip thrusts. This next bit is pretty straightforward. You put the bar in front of your bench, you slide yourself under it, roll the bar towards you, and then you push up through your glutes and push through your heels and get the bar off the ground. Make sure that you really feel the exercise in your glutes and use where your back meets the bench as a sort of fulcrum to get yourself off the ground. If your gym doesn't have a barbell pad, which mine doesn't, that's going to be really painful. So I use this trick to prevent my hips from getting bruised when I'm doing hip thrusts. I take this exercise, can't speak English, take this exercise mat and I fold it in 3, and then I use that as a barrier between my hips and the bar, which prevents my hips from getting bruised. It doesn't matter if it overhangs a bit on either end. All you're trying to do is create a barrier so that it doesn't hurt and you can do the exercise comfortably. I've seen people use hoodies, you can use a towel, just whatever makes it comfortable. Oops, a little off balance there. But yeah, just focus on pushing through your heels and pushing up and using your glutes and squeeze at the top. You should really feel your glutes on fire when you're doing this exercise. This exercise is probably the best exercise to really target exclusively your butt. Now, this isn't necessarily a must-do, but if you take bigger weights, you might find it easier to move under the bar. Another method that you could use, which I've used and got pretty good results through, is using a preloaded bar like this one. This is 10 kilos. Instead of focusing on heavy weight, you just focus on holding the movement at the top of the exercise until you really feel your glutes burn. You can pulse at the top, that would work really well as well. Just make sure that you really engage your glutes. Another alternative is using the leg extension machine. So you can see here, you just slide under and you're sort of mimicking the same movement as you would in a hip thrust, except that if your leg extension machine is a bit higher up, like mine is in this gym, your range of movement might be a bit limited, but the principle is the same. Just make sure that you focus on holding the top of the movement and pulsing there to really get your glutes fired up. This is also quite helpful if you don't have a barbell pad because there's cushioning on the machine. When you are coming out of this though, be careful because I've nearly tipped the machine over several times. because all the weight is on one side, so make sure you counterbalance on the other side when you're trying to slide in and out. And that's it, you guys. Enjoy! Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It'll take you 2 seconds and it really means a lot to me. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos just like this. Bye! If you watch my previous videos, it kind of looks like my hair is growing backwards.